Hey everybody, how are you doing? My goodness, this is Daphne, and I'm here with Kim. Please say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day or night, depending on the time you're watching this. Yeah.
Right, so there's a report that has just come out from World Economic Forum. What does
Yeah.
it say?
Or the Future of Jobs
Yeah.
report on 2025. One of the main things it says it's that there will be a job creation of about 170 million jobs by 2030.
Right.
92 million jobs will be lost.
Yeah.
But in looking at that, if there is 170, 92 being lost, you are left with 78 new
Net,
job
yeah.
creations that are being created. And what intrigued me is what they say some of the core skills that still remain at the top. Number one being analytical thinking, leadership. Um, yeah, analytical thinking and leadership really caught my eye. They're saying that these are some of the core skills that still remain at the top, followed by big data,
Yeah.
analysis, machine learning. These are now the skills that are growing rapidly in this new year. Between now and 2030, these are the things that are really rising up.
Okay, so in your experience, or even as you've been guiding Itanya Youth Network
Yeah.
as whole, so what is leadership to you?
Leadership is being able to rally people towards a common goal or a common cause. And for what we do is gearing people or rallying people towards the development of Africa, the development of young people in Africa, to be specific, because we have heavily invested in the empowerment of young people. Yeah.
Okay, that being the case, now this question that came out this way.
Yeah.
So there is what we call change and then what we call development.
Yeah.
Now I understand that Itanya Youth Network majorly deals with leadership,
Yeah.
development, specifically reconstructive leadership development.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what is the difference between change and development? There's a certain message stroke quote I read somewhere that says transformation is more important than relocation.
Yeah.
Okay, transformation is more valuable than relocation. Transformation alludes to mindset. Transformation alludes to thinking patterns.
Yeah.
Transformation alludes to behavioral patterns. Relocation, it's pace. It's maybe job. You have a job that you have moved from one place to another location. But in your opinion,
Yeah.
what is the difference between change and development?
I think before I answer that is what you have said. You see, motion is not necessarily progress.
Motion is not progress.
So the difference between change for me and and change and development, change number one is inevitable. Change will happen whether you like it or you don't like it. Change is the constant in life. Number two, development now is growth.
It's growth.
Development is structural growth, systemic growth. So in life, like now, as we are living, whether you like it or not, if you live long enough, you will be old. If you live long enough, there's a way your body will change. But development is where now I can attach it to a human being, is being able to develop your brain, develop your skills, like grow yourself to a stature where now you're able to transform. It means move from one form to another form that is more advanced. So for me, the difference between change and development is change is what will keep happening. Things will keep shifting from one place to another, one thing to another, but development is intentional growth, systemically and structurally.
Okay, that being the case, I think let me just ask this last question, and then we can move on from there. So development is systemic.
Yeah.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of development
Yeah.
do you believe we young people,
Yeah.
require to intentionally put in place
Yeah.
so to be relevant with where the world is going, with where the movement of prosperity is going?
Yeah.
How do we?
You see, development is informed. Number one, you have to be analytical before you develop. In the sense, you have to check where is the world going at this rate. Number one of the major things that is going to be happening, even according to the report, is a lot of companies, organizations, executives are looking to integrate AI into their work. So there will be a lot of job replacements. Number two, there are organizations that will be looking at augmentation. This is where you combine the use of machines, the use of artificial intelligence, plus human human resource, human knowledge, human thinking. This will be integrated. Now, once you see that that is what is going to happen, you position yourself. You can position yourself, number one, by upskilling. You can understand AI, you can understand big data, you can understand whatever field you're in, upskill yourself to a place where you're relevant to the developments that are actually taking place. And how you are able to do this is, and another thing with, because we're talking about young people, a lot of people have issues with young people saying they like things quick. I think one of the ways we can address that is, let's not be quick to deal with symptoms of issues. Like, you don't have a job, you're quick to just get the basics understanding of something and feel like you're good to go. What we need to do is get to the root cause, like get to the basis of things, really understand how things work so that you can actually position yourself in a place where you are indispensable, even as the world is moving forward.
I totally agree. In fact, it's written somewhere
Yeah.
that the part of the brain, the frontal cortex, that is
Yeah.
responsible for delayed gratification,
Yeah.
it develops around the mid-20s.
Yeah.
That's around still the youthful age. So it is
Yeah.
possible, and that's as you're saying, the young people are known
Yeah.
to be, what's it called? Microwave?
Yeah.
Sort of like microwave
yeah, they call us
result.
microwave generation.
Yeah,
It's like
microwave
things quick, yeah.
generation. How do you believe
Yeah.
that the element of responsibility can be inculcated as, I don't even know whether to call it a skill, because I read somewhere the concept of responsibility is the ability is actually the ability for one to respond to one's ability.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So the ability that one has to maybe bring change, to cause a systemic ripple,
Yeah.
to really bring disruption.
Yeah.
That response.
Yeah.
How can it be inculcated?
I think, as you said, responsibility is response to ability. So for you to respond to your ability, you need to first of all know your ability. Know what ability are you bringing on board. And if your ability is not up to par per the demand that is in the market, that is in the space that you're in, it means you need to upskill. Develop it to where now it's undeniable. And once you're able to do that, by the way, there is a speed that we as young people come with, and it actually favors us with where global trends are going, even especially as we're talking about AI in this conversation, is once you're able to understand your ability, you're able to understand the market, you're able to understand what is happening, you have researched, you have data backing your decisions, your strategies, you're able to quantum leap very quickly and make turnovers that are very quick, that would be a shock to the generation that keeps calling us a microwave generation. So, but once you hone your skill, once you hone your abilities, you will actually be able to move in the speed that you're anticipating to move with, even as a young person.
All right, that sums it up. Everybody, I hope from that you've really, let me repeat that. That sums it up. I hope from this conversation you have really gotten to understand the concept of leadership. I think that explains briefly into what we'll be talking about. But
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we invite you for the Reconstructive Leadership Program that is set to begin on the 5th of March. Remember, our first capstone meeting will be happening on the 22nd of February. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see ya.
See ya.